What's up, everybody? It's Aftermath Digital here on the YouTubes with Anthony and Kevin and Jimmy, and we're going to get started with our wins for the week that was in WWE. And Anthony, I know the draft brought new talent, but you're excited. Your win is a new talent that was on Monday Night Raw.
Yes. I mean, I don't want to give it away, but okay, it's Otis.
What?
And
He wasn't
yeah,
on Raw last night.
you know, it's been done before where someone gets fired and comes back with a mask. And it's kind of they're paying homage to the old classic storyline. And it's just so funny because it's classic professional wrestling shenanigans, but perfectly done with Otis. Because so for example, let's say it was someone like The Miz. There could be several people that has that type of physique, and it's there's no guessing here. It's obviously Otis, and I hope they stick to it for a while and pretend like they really don't know who it is. That makes it so much more funny.
That's the thing about sports entertainment, professional wrestling. When you add elements of comedy, because it is, you got everything. You have serious storylines, you have stuff that's ebbs and flows and stuff like that. But when comedy works with certain individuals, when you try to do it with some individuals and it doesn't work, you get that wah wah wah. With Otis just lends himself to that type of character that you have to have fun with this guy. I can't take Otis doesn't work if he's serious.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they just lean into it so hard in regards to, oh, we have a draft, everything's separate now, and then it's almost like it's just hitting you right there in the face. Such irony. It's like, everybody is separate because this is El Gran Gordo, and he's definitely not a SmackDown superstar. So everyone remains separate.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Otis wasn't on the show last night. It was El Gran Gordo. There are a lot of comparisons. I don't know why there are comparisons between El Gran Gordo and Mr. America. I still don't know who Mr. America is, so I don't know what anybody's talking about there comparison-wise. I think El Gran Gordo got a bit of a look from the Lucha House Party last night. Like they were like, hey, what's going on? But I think more they were like, oh, El Gran Gordo, what's up? Recognize. Also, I do want to keep the roster separate. I was really hoping Tucky would pick a new partner or maybe somebody new that he could team up with, a debut of some sort, just somebody to make some fresh matchups and get some interesting things going. But it seems like all the rivalries that were on SmackDown have now come over to Raw. But that might be something to worry about in our fails. Kevin, you've got a big win from Monday Night Raw as well.
That's right. I was really happy to see you mentioned a lot of things coming over from SmackDown to Raw and things just kind of looking a little similar. Well, this is still doing that in regards to Alexa Bliss being with the Fiend now. However, I'm really loving the development with everything. I'm loving the fact that Alexa was in the Firefly Funhouse and she has that kind of really goofy, fun, I'm so happy to be here, similar to the Bray Wyatt type of personality of Bray's Fiend schizo kind of thing he's got going on there. And then I love the opening with Alexa and the Fiend. I was about to say Bray, but that's not Bray in the ring at the beginning. Alexa and the Fiend just standing there in the middle as Retribution surrounds them. I'm positive we're going to talk more about Retribution, but for now, I love Bray and Alexa. I love the continued development of all that, and I love the fact that it seems like there's so much runway with that entire duo. So I'm really looking forward to see how this all plays out.
I'm enjoying it as well, and I like the layers here. The Fiend by himself is interesting, but adding Harley Bliss or Alexa Quinn to the mix here is definitely a plus, and also helps the Fiend develop, in other ways as well. So yes, I'm very much looking forward to the development of this relationship. Is that what it is?
It ups her stock value. All of a sudden she's a girl that has depth, and you can give her. She's not just a mean girl or a cute little cheerleader girl. She can get scary and deep and nasty and kind of sadistic, and it just if I'm a writer or producer down the road and I have a crazy idea, I can consider her for the part because I know she's capable of doing more than just Alexa Bliss.
One of the coolest things, a real Easter egg for last night in the Firefly Funhouse, Alexa Bliss showed up inside the Funhouse. And a few Funhouses ago, I think back when Bray was fighting Braun, Bray had a blonde-haired Funhouse doll that had the Fiend mask on it and was wearing this ripped up red and black sweater. And Alexa was dressed exactly the same last night in the Funhouse. It was a real cool callback to almost like this was foreshadowing that it was coming from so long ago. It was a real nice Easter egg in that Funhouse last night. Jimmy, you and I have very similar wins, and I'll start with mine, and you can take off from there. The New Day getting to say goodbye on SmackDown. It was perfect for a group that arguably is one of the best trios, factions, teams, whatever, that has ever been in the WWE. Certainly one of the most decorated, certainly one of the most fun. They've sold billions of t-shirts and made thousands of catchphrases and are beloved no matter where they go. And they didn't split up in a bad way. Nobody turned bad. They're all still friends. They're all pals. They just happen to be on different shows. With all the teams that have been split up recently, it's nice to see these three guys go, just because we're on different shows doesn't mean we have to stop being friends. Big E even tuned in last night on the Thunderdome screens to watch Kofi's match against Sheamus. Yeah. I like that they got to say goodbye. I like that no one interrupted it. And I like that they're still friends. It is possible to have friends in pro wrestling.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said there. I love the fact that they got that opportunity to say, hey, we had a great time. We're still going to have a great time. We're still going to be friends. And there wasn't that big swerve like, oh, I made this happen. I'm good. And I also love the opportunities here because obviously with Kofi and Xavier Woods going to Raw, that gives them opportunities. But I'm looking forward to the opportunities Big E. You know, Kofi got his opportunity with the World Heavyweight Championship last year. I see some really big opportunities happening for Big E, and who knows, maybe down the road somewhere, he takes on the Tribal Chief and we get a big rivalry there. I could see that happening, and I could see that being very, very interesting and getting invested behind it.
Yeah, I hope he changes his hairstyle.
I have really no opinion about the hairstyle. However, I was going to say that so you have the power of positivity, bootios, pancakes, unicorns, tons of other trademarks, catchphrases, but through it all, for me, the New Day, they were a brotherhood. They were more than just a team. And in an era in pro wrestling where sometimes I find it hard to connect with wrestlers and what they're presenting me in the ring, there is no issue connecting with the New Day ever, because I bought into the fact that these guys were more than just friends. They were more than just tag team partners. These dudes were brothers through and through. And that farewell, I think, just cemented that fact, exclamation mark, a million times. It was just outstanding work by all. You know, I can't echo enough of what Jimmy and Nug, both of you guys said.
Yeah, and you know what? They are really good role models, especially for the African American population in the United States. To hear, because they speak really well. They're all educated. Woods is a PhD. They both have degree. I mean, they're excellent role models, and they didn't sell out, like you said, hit someone from behind. Stand up, classy guys. I know they like to have fun, but when it takes time to be serious and really express yourself, they're excellent at it. And they're very articulate. I think I said that already.
And honestly, one guy on Friday night and two guys on Monday, they're really not that far apart. And they have a podcast. It's not like they're never going to talk to each other again just because they're on different shows.
Exactly. And you can feel it is so genuine between all three of them. It's incredible. You feel that through the screen.
Oh, absolutely. You feel it on the podcast when they're talking. You feel it when they're just chatting backstage with anybody. Their positivity, you know, for lack of a better word, is infectious. And no matter who's around them, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's happy. And when it does come time to get business done in the ring, they still get it done. And I think that's maybe the best part of that team. Guys, that was our wins for the week in WWE. What were yours? Let us know on Twitter. Make sure to tag Jimmy Corderas and letting us know. That way his timeline can blow up and ours can be just clean as a whistle. But stay tuned because we're going to come back with our fails in just a bit.